breakthroughs in science and technology, innovations in business and beyond. Join us as we educate, enlighten, and entertain. This is Advancements.
With far-reaching influence, technology has changed our world as we know it. From software and algorithms to artificial intelligence and more, several sectors, like financial services, will never be the same. Learn more next.
Healthcare providers are faced with many challenges today, from disparities in care, which often result in the denial or delay of patient claims, to additional overhead and loss of time to be paid, as well as risk of receiving little or no payment at all.
Reimbursements from insurance companies are still a central focus of concern because they're the lifeblood of providers today. So to get to the root of the problem, there's no transparency. And without transparency, there is absolutely no trust. This means that providers found that payers don't want to pay claims, when payers, on the other hand, say that's absolutely not the case. They just can't pay claims that are wrong.
Healthcare professionals deal with a number of different disparities in care today. In one facility, for example, you can have two different healthcare professionals who interpret a doctor's notes in different ways. This type of disparity can lead to delays and denials of the claims themselves. And the hospitals then put in the position where they need to not only manage their cash flow, but they have ambiguity as to what they're going to get paid and when they will get paid.
Recent statistics show that nearly 15% of all claims submitted to private payers for reimbursement were initially denied, with an average of 3.2% of denials, including those that were already pre-approved, equating to approximately $20 billion for providers just to fight denials on claims.
Denials play a significant role today with providers and payers. If a patient goes to the doctor and that claim goes through the payment process and gets denied, somebody has to rework that claim. During that process, the cost of that claim jumps dramatically, and that's for both the payer and the provider. If we can remove the current state of denials and the rate of denials, we can lower the cost of care. We can improve the profitability at the provider level so that they can invest in more patient access, more locations, and medical innovations.
Nearly 50% of all denials by private payers are ultimately overturned. This comes only after multiple attempts, costly rounds of appeals, and time of days outstanding for reimbursement. At a per-claim level, this costs providers about $44 per claim.
Today, there is a tremendous amount of human labor that goes into creating a claim to send to an insurance provider to get paid. And there are problems with the creation of that claim. Humans use their own subjective approach to defining diagnosis and often procedures.
Currently today in the United States, it's estimated that the cost of appeals is roughly $20 billion for providers. As we're processing in the United States millions of claims a day, currently about 15% of all claims have an appeal, and of those 54% are overturned.
Now, developments in artificial intelligence and blockchain technology are revolutionizing the future of healthcare payments, enabling a transparent and secure process to solve pressing business needs for both hospitals and payers.
View is leveraging AI and blockchain throughout the claims process for transparency, and it can read notes in order to identify procedures that the doctor performed, as well as all of the diagnosis during the patient visit, making sure that claims are submitted properly. All of the data associated with that claim bill and payment is on the blockchain. That makes for a completely transparent transaction that can also be audited at any time within the claim process or outside of the time that the claim had been rendered, adjudicated, and paid.
Ultimately, it comes down to the best-in-breed technology solution that is thoughtful and nuanced, using the current best-in-class technology that will reduce time to revenue and go from the current solutions to instead fully eliminate the risk.
With a unique approach to handling inpatient and outpatient coding, complex modifiers, and real-time processing of doctors' notes, The blockchain-backed solution helps doctors and administrators to focus on healthcare rather than back-office nightmares.
It takes time to see a patient, and that the time that the doctor's spending with us, he or she's head is stuck down in a keyboard trying to type notes so that they don't have to do it later. AI technology takes the need to do that away, and that is improving the quality of care that has otherwise deteriorated.
In addition, the application provides unique data insights to help leaders and revenue cycle managers make smarter business and care decisions.
By taking hundreds of elements, we're able to provide users with unique data that they can model themselves in a single, secure, HIPAA-compliant environment.
It's critical to be able to share these data insights in ways that can determine specific pieces of information that is important to specific stakeholders. And it can go ahead and model that data in a way that they thought that they could never do in the past.
With the potential to solve age-old problems endemic to the claims system, the technology is reinventing the future of healthcare payments.
Part of our intention and objective was to bring objectivity to this data and to provide benefits to both insurance companies and hospitals who can see this data and model it as they want.
Ultimately, it's going to come down to the application of AI, autonomous coding, and risk analysis to drive the way that claims are submitted and an increased efficiency within the claims submission and payment process.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope you'll tune in next time as we continue to explore some of the significant developments impacting the world around us. I'm Ted Danson.
For more information, visit advancementstv.com.